In 2012, when the 991 generation replaced the 997, we all thought, especially me, that the 911 range had kind of gone soft, electric steering, the adoption of the PDK transmission going forward, but these cars actually had aged pretty well, but still the sound is not there. This car is a 2016 Targa 4S. The car is factory equipped with Porsche PSE, and if I had spent like $3,500 on the PSE and the car sounded like this, I would be so disappointed and I would beg Porsche for my money back. The car isn't loud at all. It's very, very quiet inside. Even though this is a Targa with the roof down, it just sounds like it's completely stock. So the valves work pretty well, but we're gonna upgrade the system. We're gonna do our full catback system on this 991.1 Targa 4S, and we're gonna make it sound a whole lot better. Large cross-section X-pipe in the center, gonna give that nice high-pitched sound. And with the valves open, the exhaust is basically gonna travel from the factory converters out through the X-pipe and then out the gold anodized tip. So it should look good. It's gonna sound good as well. Stay tuned for the process. Here's what the car sounds like now. And here's what it's gonna sound like in a little bit. Come along for the journey. Let's do the install process and be ready for some serious sound. All right, guys, so we have the 991.1 Targa 4S behind us. The Valvetronic system is nearly finished getting fitted. On the ground here, we have the factory Porsche PSE components. The factory exhaust goes through here. This is 2 3/6 come through. When the valves are open, it runs through the X-pipe and then comes out. This diversion pipe, this piping is all 2-inch, very, very small. Valves here, this is pretty cool. They actually tie the valves together into one because the car only has one vacuum solenoid to operate the valves. Comes through and then runs through when the valves are open. If it's closed, it goes out here, goes around the side mufflers, and then comes out the outer exhaust tip. On the Valvetronic system, you can see, we'll put this up in the air here in a second. You can see the setup is all installed. Just aligning the tips right now. The tips look really, really wild. Very excited to show you guys the sound profiles of this setup. The 991.1 generation cars with 3.8 liter flat six really sound good. So let's see how it sounds in a moment. All right, guys, so with the car in the air here, you can see the Valvetronic system is installed. With the valves open, the exhaust runs unfiltered through the X-pipe and then runs out the inner exhaust tips. With the valves closed, the exhaust gas is diverted through the large side mufflers here to make sure we have that flexible sound experience. These tips are 3.5-inch rolled flared edge. The tips really complement well the diffuser, even with the stock diffuser here. Really looks good. And of course, you can see the Valvetronic Designs. Behind here, the valves, there's enough clearance here. We're gonna tie the 2 vacuum lines together, plug it into the car, and we'll be in really, really good shape to make sure that this is operating properly. Now with this car, because this car is equipped with the factory Porsche Sports exhaust, we're going to reuse the OEM configuration of the valves, which means that we're going to plug the factory valves into this exhaust. It'll operate just as if this was a PSE exhaust. Be able to use the buttons in the car to control the open and close modes, and you'll be in a much better position to get way better sound out of this than that. So let's hear how it sounds right now.